can see the hate, I can see the lies. See it in your face, read it out your eyes. Why they watching me? They got their eyes on me. Why they watching me? They got their eyes on me. They want it, while I get it. They losing while I'm winning. These the rules of the game you playing. In your eyes I can see you hating. Why they watching me? They got their.
Today we have Charles with us.
Hola. Hello, bonjour, guten Abend, good morning.
So Charles, good to see you.
To see you too, mate. Good to see you too.
So, how are you coping with this lockdown?
This one, reasonably well. Previous one, yeah, a bit challenging. But now I'm getting on all right. Yesterday I had a bit of time just to like kind of chill out a bit, mellow myself, and just get a bit of me time in. Today I'm kind of playing grandfather to the puppies, and we'll take them out to something they've got, some assessment to get a certificate, I think, to officialise them as good dogs.
Oh, so
But,
can you show you one of the puppies?
Here we go. Here she is. There's no dongle there. I think this one's called Maya. I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hello.
Are you still selling these puppies then?
I don't like to call it selling. I like to call it finding them new homes, because they're not products to me. They're family. So we're just, letting someone adopt them. But yeah, we are. All 6 of them have found new homes already. And so yeah, unfortunately they are going to be going. I think meant to be a bit sooner, but because of lockdown, people that are obviously taking them in can't come and pick them up because of obviously travel. They wouldn't consider this essential travel to pick up. Pick up a pup. Yeah, I mean, we've got the option to deliver them. We can do that. However, I think it would be on me, and I don't want to have that driving away from them when they're with a new home on my mind. Like, I'll be sat in the car listening to music, crying my eyes out. And I don't want to do that. I've had enough of those days with Teddy, so I don't want to go through all that again now. All right, Woody, calm down, mate. So yeah, I think we're holding on to them a couple of weeks longer until lockdown eases again, and then obviously their new families are going to come pick them up there and then. But yeah, I think we've accepted all deposits and everything for them now, so it's just about getting them all kennel club registered and make sure they're jabs and they've been wormed and all that's been sorted out. So we'll see how we go.
Do you think it's going to be harder for you that they're staying longer with you?
Oh, incredibly hard, mate. At first, I was like, don't grow an attachment to them. Don't spend too much time with them, because I'll fall in love with them. When it comes to letting them go, I'll bawl my eyes out. But then another part of me was like, but this is going to be my only chance to know them. Like, I'm not going to, 2 of them are going up to Glasgow. I'm not, I'm not going to get much time to, get to know them afterwards. So I thought, do I spend a lot of time with them growing attachments and then break my heart when they have to go? Or do I kind of play that kind of dickhead move and just be like, I don't care, don't want to get too close to you. And then when they go, it's all easy peasy. But nah, unfortunately, oh, bloody hell. Unfortunately, the better off for me, and I kind of want to get to know them all. So I have 2 of them are now chewing a cable. So
so if you
give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Get back.
It's like having a child.
I'm torn between wanting to grow an attachment to them and just wanting to them obviously make it the easiest goodbye. So
yeah. So you have been taking care of the puppies. What else have you been doing to keep yourself busy?
I mean, we only locked down last Wednesday. Since then, me and Jess, we've spent a bit of time together because the kids have still been at school. So yeah, we've had a few days where it's just been me and her chilling out, watching our TV, getting a lot of carrying on that Netflix and all that. So we've been doing that, and other than that, the weekend was spent more with the kids. I don't even remember what we did at the weekend. It was literally just relaxed and chilled out. I'm forgetting everything from the day before.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, today Jess is working today. Kids are at school, so I've got until 3 o'clock by myself. Hence why I'm going to go do the puppies, and then after that it's kids back and Jess home about 7:30. So
and Jess is she's a nurse, yeah.
Paediatric nurse, currently working on the A&E sector of Peterborough Hospital, City Hospital. So
and she
quite
was
good,
not long ago. I think I even seen something about her that she was fighting for something from the nurses and got really big.
Yeah, so it all stemmed. Obviously, she has this student nurse mummy Instagram page and Facebook page, which she does her blogging on. And on there, she's basically just trying to promote her life, what she does as a nurse, the whole process and all that. And it got a bit political with the whole fact that when she joined to be a nurse, there was a 60 grand debt price tag on becoming a nurse for her. And I think it was the year before she applied, they'd had that completely wiped. Nurses could study and learn through a government scheme. However, when she applied, I think they bought 60 grand in. You've got to pay it yourself if you want to become a nurse. And then going forward, I think it's next year. I think they were going to wipe it again, or considering to wipe it, and that's what she was fighting for, to get her 60 grand reimbursed. Because why should she be in those 2 to 3 years in between where she's got to pay full funds out of her own pocket, despite being a mum of 2 as well? She's got a lot already on her plate, as well as this 60 grand debt. So I think she was trying to either get that reimbursed and wiped, or at least get something back from it, because now for the next 70 years of her life, she's got 60 grand's worth of debts to pay back. Whether she'll get it all paid off, you don't know. 60 grand is a lot, but you want to be able to buy houses, you need a 15 grand deposit these days. You want to buy a car, you've got to be in credit for so much. How can you have all that when you've got 60 grand debt over your head at, say, mid 20 years old? It's ridiculous. So yeah, she's been fighting for that, and she's doing really well recently. She managed to get onto, I think, BBC News, Sky News. She's been in newspapers. I think she was CNN, which I think is an American network, but English based. She's been in newspapers. I know she was on BBC a couple of days ago, but she's been on Piers Morgan as well this morning, which was quite interesting to watch, actually, speaking to Piers, and then obviously him having a battle on about how he feels, and the MPs or the head of healthcare or whatever it was should come in and apologise for the crap they're putting the nurses through at the moment. But it's not just paediatric nurses; it's nurses all over. Midwives as well, I think, are affected by this whole debt scheme. But now,
what was the opinion of Piers Morgan?
I can't remember the title of the lady, but I think it's like the head of healthcare or head of the health sector. They wrote in a letter to the Good Mornings, basically apologising and all that. And Piers Morgan's co-host was trying to read this apologetic letter out, and he was just like, "No, don't want to hear it. If they can't be bothered to come in themselves to apologise, if they can't show the face on the screen to apologise, why should we even bother? We should just don't bother." And every time she was trying to read it, he was like, "Blah blah blah. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it." And kind of at the end of it was really funny, but he was literally just like, you want to say apologies, you come on the show, you do it right here in front of our faces and show the world you mean it. So it was very very funny to do.
Very Piers Morgan. Yeah, and good to see that. I was testing you out, seeing if you knew everything about your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I think you passed with flying colors, so.
Well, let's guess that. What I've just said is probably completely wrong. But that's what I've got from what she's told me over the several months of this going up. But no, she's still continuing to blog. I think the whole thing with the whole £60,000 debt, I think that's died down a bit now. I think more she's kind of looking into now going into Mind, which is a mental health charity, and she's kind of been like a representative of those now, a voice for them. So she's been on a couple of TV adverts. I think that's what the BBC programme or interview was the other day. so she can get out there and promote mental health. And it's pretty important, especially now after the first lockdown. I think it was more suicides than COVID deaths at one point or something like that. It was ridiculous. I don't know the stats, but going off what headlines were, it was mental health was a pretty serious topic during lockdown. Obviously, now we've gone into another one just before Christmas. Financially, people are going to be suffering and thinking about it. The mentally are going to struggle that way. So we'll see how we go going forward. But that's what she's into at the moment now.
It just surprises me that, for example, I have a lot of friends that are nurses, and they came from Portugal here as a nurse, and a government that helps so much their own people. And they are willing to go get nurses from other countries and paying them wages and then to their own kids, in a way, they make them create a debt of £60,000. Surprises me. It's something that student debt is something that I'm never gonna understand. But
no, there's one thing that put me off university, because I always thought to myself, do I go uni and have this debt, but do I come away with a qualification that I'm actually going to use? I went straight from college into a part-time job at a pub, lasted 11 hours before they sacked me because they didn't pick it up quick enough. But no experience, where am I going to learn if no one takes us in? And then obviously I got started at Barnsdale, where I started lifeguard, and then obviously there was a couple of guys there that were PTs, and I kind of looked up to, and I was like, I want to do PT. So 3 years later, put me on a $3,000 PT course for 6 weeks. There we go. I've got a career now, and it only took me 6 weeks and only $3,000 worth of debt. So it's a student loan. I'm paying that back bit by bit, and that's easier than going to uni 3 years, racking up 40 to 60k, and then coming out and saying, right, before I can even use this qualification, I might need to go back to uni and do another one. Yeah. So, I'm quite happy with the way I've done it, and obviously I'm looking at career changes here, there, everywhere. But PT, I'm so happy. I'm just happy about it. I love it, and it's so easy to do as well. Yeah.
So, so why did you become a PT, Charles?
I became a PT. Obviously, I got into Barnsdale. I was a bit of a dweeby boy. I was skinny, my biceps were probably the size of my forearm. My legs were probably the size of my index finger. And I thought, I need to build up. I need to get in the gym. And a couple of my mates, Ant and Niall, they were like, you, mate, you're pathetic. Look at you. You're like 18 years old, and you probably weigh about 65 keys. So they got me in the gym, and a very successful PT around Uppingham and Oakham in Rutland, and Gray Fitness. He does really well. He works for himself. He's got his own PT studio, and I looked at that and I was like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to. He's got a great life, great personal life, financially well off, and he was just, for an older lad, not too older, he was a good lad to be around. I thought that, I idolised that. And obviously my mate Niall, he took the same sort of reins, and he went into PT and started a couple of years before me, and had the same sort of, life with it. And I thought, this is definitely what I want to do. And then, obviously, I kind of left Barnsdale, got into another job to financially stabilise myself a bit more. And then, after so many months there, I was like, right, I need to take it seriously, get me on a course. And then that's where obviously I got into PT in 6 weeks. Bashed the course out, took a few times to do the literal exams and all that. But it was good. Bloody dogs, honestly. So yeah, and then obviously got a job at the gym group, and then I think it's 3 to 4 years now I've been there. Started in March 2017, I think, and here I am, still there. And so living life.
Would you see yourself doing something else?
Well, in the new year, I'm looking at going into firefighter, so the fire service here in Cambridgeshire, Fire and Rescue. I had a taste of that on my birthday, which was absolutely incredible. Like, it was basic stuff. Like, you do a little bit of fitness exam. I don't like a lot of cardio, but that day I loved it. You kind of suited and booted with your yellow helmet on, and you're like, wait, every kid's dream, I'm going to be a fireman on my birthday. And that's what I was. And it was absolutely insane. And yeah, it was just fitness test, but I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And I thought, this is what I want to do. And applications start on the 4th of January. You do that, you get accepted, and you've got training every think it's every 1 or 2 weeks for the next 4 months. It's like staggered days. So, you go in, you do your training, you come back out, you carry on your job outside of work and all that. And then obviously I think it's April time, see if you get accepted and then go into further training. There's a lot of stuff to look for. Obviously, you need five GCSEs, A to C or A star to C. And I know at school I wasn't academically good. I mean, I came out of secondary school with 4 C's, D, E, F, and X, and a U. And I only got onto my college course, which I needed 5 A stars and C's, because I begged for it. I begged to be in performing arts. How desperate do you want to be? And then obviously I did an additional English course whilst I was at college alongside my performing arts diploma, just to kind of bump that up. So I'm hoping I've got those 5 C's to A stars to C's, which will get me through. Just a couple of things that kind of bother me is colour blindness. I'm not sure how severe that is with firefighting. I know that obviously you've got to tell the difference between colour schemes, but I'm hoping it won't have too much of an issue. But that's my 2021 vision. That's what I'm going for, and that's what I want to get into. Hopefully by the summer, by August, September time, later summer, I'll know whether I've got a job there or not, and obviously then have 2 years training to obviously be a competent firefighter. So,
are you colourblind then?
Yeah, I'm colourblind. Yeah.
No.
It's not one of those. I'm not a dog. Like I don't see black and white. I mean, the amount of people I've got fooled by that, saying, "Oh yeah, that's definitely grayscale." But if you had like a red pencil and a brown pencil, it'd be like, which one? I'd be like, I don't know. Like at primary school, I used to draw the grass brown, the trees green, and the sky purple. It was that sort of thing. It was like, are you okay, Charles? Are you a bit? But no, it's like, no, I'm fine. That looks great to me. But yeah, different shades of colours. Yeah, it's a bit difficult. So
you don't know the name of the colours. That's it.
I know like the basics, but if you were to compare it with something that's similar, I couldn't. Like you say turquoise. What the hell is turquoise?
Oh,
it's
mate,
either
but
red,
that's
orange, yellow, green, blue.
I think that's all men. I think that's all men.
It's like burgundy. My primary school colours changed from blue and yellow to burgundy, and I was like, well, it's practically red, isn't it? No, it's burgundy. I don't know. So yeah, we'll see how we get on there. But it'll be a challenge. It'll be a good challenge. Fun, yeah. Physical, mental. It's what I need, and it's just kind of just a bit. It's just it's the sort of thing I need to settle down and do. Like I need an actual career. Like PT's great and all that. I love the fitness and health side of things, but
yeah, I can see. Are you drinking a beer in a mug?
Tea, mate. Tea. Yeah, it's just the milk's a bit off, so it's a bit frothy on top. I love a bit of PG tips, mate. But but yeah, it's I need a career. PT's good, but the money's not always there. So
and it doesn't allow you to have tea for lunch.
Yeah. I mean, what? It's only 11:30.
11:30, Charles.
Yeah, it's 4:00 in the afternoon somewhere, Philippe. With lockdown.
Okay, fair enough. So tell me something. Are you training at the moment? Are you doing anything at home that keeps you active, or just running after the dogs and having beer?
Well, the last 2 days, I've walked Nelly to the school and back. That's taking the kids to school and bringing the kids back. I mean, we live probably 0.2 of a mile away from the school, but it's far enough to get the heart rate going a bit. A bit of ba-dum. As well as not knowing what's going to happen next on my TV show. You kind of sat on the edge and your heart rate's going. You're like, ooh, get my heart rate up. So yeah, I guess I'm getting my cardio in, shall we say?
So are you?
But I'm not weight trained yet.
Sorry?
I'm not weight trained yet. I need to though, because if I'm going to succeed in firefighting, I need to get my resistance and my cardio in. Hey! Sorry, Philippe. It's literally, we've got one of these pups. It's a girl. And pardon the pun, she's a right old bitch. Literally. She'll go attack anyone. She's attacking Casper, and he's the smallest one. Bless him. Okay.
So, are you working at the moment? Are you with any clients? Or are you just...
I've had contact with two. Sam and Joanna seem to be my most loyal. I'll say most loyal at the moment. I've got quite a few most loyal ones, but they're happy to keep the consistency up through lockdown as well. Obviously, Joanna, she lives in the village, so we've got a park with the Active, which is perfect for any training. And Sam, he's got somewhere, a little close to home as well, in Glinton, which is, it's easy to access. And obviously, I can fill the boot with stuff, and off we go. And there we go. We've got a good training session there. And they're both happy to keep the consistency up. It's just a matter of fact of getting something booked in now. So obviously, with Jess at work and the kids coming home by 3, Sam's still working his full-time job at home till 5:30. It's going to be one of those touch-and-go evenings, whereas Joanna's quite flexible, which is pretty good. So fingers crossed I can get those. But it'll only be the 2 for the next 4 weeks until we're back in the gym, hopefully.
So with Jess working, you're doing most of the things at home?
Well, I'm trying to keep it maintained. I mean, if we have visitors, as long as they stay downstairs, then it's great. But if they go upstairs, it's an absolute bomb site. We're currently using the bedroom because we want to get a new wardrobe. We're folding our clothes up. We're just putting them on the bed, and the bed's kind of become a bit of like a storage room at the moment. Because obviously me and Jess were staying downstairs still because we want to keep an eye on the pups. Because obviously, as you can hear, Nellie's always whining because she's a very jealous, but also needy dog as well, which I love because I can just have a cuddle whenever, and she's so soft, so she won't bite or bark at you. And the pups are just constantly 24/7. Like, it's a good job we ain't got 4D cameras right now because the smell in here is just protruding this living room right through the kitchen. It stinks because these pups just non-stop dump. And yeah, they just need constant attention. So I'm running around, I'm clearing up, doing this and all that. So I've tried, I've got to make dinner for the kids when Jess ain't here. Jess does her dinners and all that when she's here. But yeah, there's a few bits I need to keep on top of because at the end of the day, Jess does a 12.5-hour shift. She starts at 7 in the morning, comes home at 7:30. The last thing she wants to do is come home to a messy kitchen or a messy living room because these are the 2 rooms she's most likely to come, just pass out in.
Yeah.
So mentally for her, she wants to come home somewhere clean, tidy, and not think to herself, I need to do that now, don't I?
I hope you're doing your part, Charles.
So 2 days in. 2 days this week in, so far so good. I mean, I've got mince out for the kids tonight, intending to do a spag bowl. But the easy option of having a pizza is right there in the fridge as well. So I'm a bit like, we'll see how I feel after driving to Milton Keynes and back with the pups. So we'll see after that.
Good,
but I'm trying to do them a bit. I mean, this morning I kept the kitchen reasonably clean. The dogs are currently running around right now trying to knacker themselves out, making a mess in the living room. I mean, I've got wheel on the flipping fireplace. I've got a pillowcase, which is probably going to get torn up. And I'm kind of having to let all this stuff just get obliterated because I've only got so much time with you. So this can wait. I mean, the puppies, they're probably chewing up wires in the sofa. I don't know.
Yeah.
Either or.
So, Charles, for us, which advice would you give to people that are stuck at home? Should they be training? Should they be doing something, or should they just having a beer like you are at 11:30?
I don't know what you're talking about. I forgot to say that on the wiring. Definitely get training, guys. Even if it's just CV outside, you can do resistance body weight. I mean, the amount of times I've tried telling my clients, like, look, if you just need a basic program to keep you going, you can do body weight squats, you can do press ups, you can do some form of pulling up, whether it's inverted or not. You can do any bicep going. You can press something above your head. I mean, grab one of the kids and just give them a little bit of a shove up there. It might be a bit more difficult than the old Arnie press, but if you're just doing a standard military press with a kid, you get your training in. So yeah, there's no excuse why people can't train. Says myself. But I mean, eating as well. People can eat well. They can eat a lot better. I mean, I know for sure last lockdown, over 4 months, I put 9 kilos of weight on, and I know that wasn't muscle because I weren't training. That's pure body fat. And as soon as Kingscliff Kebabs opened up, I was right down there knocking on the door. 12-inch pizza, $7.50. Go on then, son. So yeah, definitely try and keep the diet clean. Any of my clients that watch this, I'm watching you, and I'm waiting when we get back. All right? You put more timber on than I have. There's a fine. The next paycheck will be $270, not $240. Honestly, keep going, guys. You're doing a great job. Very fitness training. But mentally, though, I'd say just do one thing a day that makes you happy. Me right now, I've not got the constant bickering. I've not got the constant noise. I've got the dogs running around with chargers, which belongs to my iPhone, which is not great. But I've just got silence other than the dogs, and just use that gap to do what you want to do. Yesterday, I spent 3 hours, don't tell Jess, watching my TV show. I mean, it's nothing interesting. It's Outback Truckers. It's a couple of Australians in a truck driving heavy loads of like 10 tons across the country. To me, I love doing that, but that was me settled, relaxed, and I loved it, and I had a little nap as well, on top of doing all the chores. But keep your training up, eat reasonably healthy, treat yourself every so often. I mean, come on. You can have a cup of tea, at 11:30 in the morning without feeling guilty, and just do something that makes you happy. Whether that be go out, watch something on TV, get on the Xbox, England beat Portugal. It's easy stuff. Sorry?
What did you say?
I think we broke up a bit there for me. Something that makes you happy.
What happened to Portugal? I didn't understand what you said.
Oh, you play a bit of FIFA. If you play England versus Portugal, there's a 9 out of 10 chance that Harry Kane's going to mash one past Patricio, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah, on FIFA you might make that happen.
Yeah, reality, mate, not a chance. Fernandes, up we go, bang, here we go. Yeah, not a chance for England at all, really, reality.
So, are you finding it easier this lockdown than the previous one?
Yes, I'm finding it. I mean, we are literally 6 days into it since we closed the gym, since I got furloughed. I am already finding it a lot easier because I've actually managed to have some one-to-one time with Jess. We do a lot of our one-to-one time in the evenings. Nelly, shush. I'll come to you in a minute. We can cuddle in a bit. Me and Jess, we literally spend all our only time to have a bit of one-to-one time is in the evenings. Whether I'm working or not, whether she's working or not, it's based around the kids, and that's what family life is. You've got to concentrate on the kids, and the kids will always take core attention. So it's until they go to bed, that's when we get our time. So it could be from 7 o'clock onwards, it could be 8 o'clock onwards, it could be 8:30 o'clock onwards. We'll sit, we'll get our TV on, we'll have a bit of food, probably order from Kingscliff Kebabs. You never know. They do a very good Rubicon mango drink. I love it. So, you never really know when you're going to get that quality time. And at the moment with the kids, still being in school, when she's not at work, and obviously I'm not at work, we get 6 hours in a day then. Rather than squeezing 3-4 hours at night and then we're going to sleep at 12 o'clock, waking up at 6 o'clock for work in the morning, we're like, ugh. We've got that 6 hours just chilled, laid back, relaxed stuff. Then we pick the kids up, we do a bit of family thing, and then we can still have an early night. So physically and mentally, we're better off. So I am enjoying this lockdown a lot more. I get more time with Jess. The kids aren't constantly around asking me, do this, do that, do this, do that, blah, 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 blah. I need to help with this. And it just gives me a bit of time to just do my thing, come down to an even level, and then go into it with the kids, both feet, straight into it, or head first, whatever the saying is. And you can just have constant fun then. You got 3 or 4 hours before they go to bed, and then you got 3 or 4 hours with the missus, and it's a good balance. Yeah. Me during the day, kids afternoon, evening, partner in the evening. It's perfect for me. It works at the moment, so nobody can complain that they're not getting enough time.
I'm gonna just ask you something. So, for example, for me, I'm someone that I don't understand why the gym is closed and the schools are open. But you, as a parent or someone that is living through that, how big it is? Can you tell us a secret? Just share with me as a secret and no one will know. Are
What's
you
the question then?
are you happy that the schools are open?
Over the moon, mate. I've told Jess, I've told everybody at the gym, I've told my friends, I've told my family. But I do love the whole family life thing, but it's nice to have me time before, literally 7 days a week. Not as like hardcore every day, because Jess was only working 2-3 days a week at the time. But it would be wake up, and even not at a time I wanted to wake up. It'd be a time the kids would come down or up into our room, wake us up, boom, I'm up from that moment. You've got to get breakfast because they need feeding. Homeschooling starts at, I think it was 10:30 or something like that on the computer, an hour on there. And then you've got a list of other class, not lectures, but other lessons to do. So, we were covering English, wasn't great at, maths, going back to the basics. But even sometimes I was like, what? No, I've done my time. I don't need to be doing it again. I did my GCSEs. I did my SATs. I did everything at school. I'm doing what I want to do now with work, and that's PT. But unfortunately, that was a 5-day-a-week thing. Couple of days were a bit like, but yeah, it was a constant thing. And then obviously having to make dinner, then tidy up, and then this and that and this and that. And it was just a repeat every day. It's like being stuck on a broken record.
Yeah.
Like, imagine yourself just being stuck there going, breakfast, do this, do that, do this, do that, dinner, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this. And it was just constantly. And I thought, when do I actually get to sit down? What's it? But again, it was only when me and Jess had the evening to ourselves, we'd get to sit down and just go. And sometimes it wasn't even that, relaxing, because it was either straight to bed or it's, we've got to do this. I mean, in August time, I went back to court in order to try and get more time with Teddy. And that took a bit of preparation. I mean, we were having a lot of grief from the other end of the party in regards to Teddy not being able to come see me through lockdown, because obviously they're locked down, despite them making it very clear on the government website that children under 18 could see parents between households. That just didn't really apply. And unfortunately, that took a lot of my mental stress, from me. I'd like to say I was quite a strong mentally person before, but, through lockdown, having that stress of not being able to see Teddy from March till Father's Day, which I think was July time. Again, it's a long gap. I had 11 months before. I didn't want that PTSD of, having to go another 10 months without seeing him again. So it was very stressful not knowing I was seeing him the date that I was meant to see him. So dogs are literally chewing a kid. Hang on, babe. Right. There's puppy poo all over this charger now. Bloody flipping. Jess is going to kill me because they've chewed through the cable which attaches the batteries to her fairy lights. So that ain't ever going to work again. Oh, dear. So, yeah.
Charles.
Thing.
Well,
they're red now.
So just to finish, because I will let you go, because I can see you're very busy.
Mate, that's fine. I've picked up the cables. That's the biggest concern.
So, did you ever? The first lockdown was hard for you, as I said before. What are you doing different on this one, or why are you feeling more comfortable? I believe it's not only because the kids are in school, but also what is different in you? Do you think you are more prepared for this lockdown?
Loads more prepared. Obviously, I know this one is going to last 4 weeks, with potentially my own thoughts. I think maybe an extra week, maybe 2. But I'm pretty confident they're not going to close the country for Christmas. It'd be ridiculous for them to do that. No one will listen to it. They'll be arresting people left, right and centre, and the police force cannot keep up with that. So they'll have to open us up. So I know I've got 4 to possibly 6 weeks to just recalibrate myself. And it's just simply having that time to myself where I can just turn the TV on, pick my program and watch it without having YouTube pop up if I leave the room, without having, just a question come out of nowhere. Can you get me this? I mean, obviously I know it's my job to be responsible for the children, but it's nice to have me responsible times, right? Charles, you need a drink. Go get yourself a drink. All right, Charles, I'll go get it. Sit down, and I can sit and enjoy it without being asked, oh, can you get us one now? And all that. So it's nice to sit down and just have me time and not have to do anything else but what makes me happy. Because then by the time the kids come home, whether they're annoying me or they're loving on me so much, I'm relaxed. I'm there like, okay, have you had a good day? No? Okay, great. Okay, why? Blah, blah, blah. And I can just take it. I can take any grief you might get. I mean, kids always push buttons and test boundaries. Yeah. But I can take it now because I've had some space. I've had some time to just focus. Whereas before it was, all that stress was being put onto me, and then it was more, and then it was more, and you're like, hang on, I've not had time to breathe yet, not had time to think. Give me a second, it's compressing. Whereas now it's deep breath, and then I can go on the rest of the day just very easily. And that's what I'm grateful for, with the schools being open still and just, having a bit of time.
It's amazing how each person has different experience. For example, you are saying that the first lockdown, you struggled with having the time for yourself.
Yeah.
And if I go to a person that probably was spending a lot of time by themselves, they are saying that they lacked the social interactions.
Yeah.
And they needed more of those interactions, or else they will drive themselves insane. And you are the opposite, because you were closed in a house with so many people that wanted different things at different times, and it was hard for you. It's amazing how an experience of a person, or what they're living, going through, it changed by person. It's different.
Yeah, I mean, first there was a load more aspects to the first lockdown as well, in terms of, like you say, social side. A lot of my friends were saying, I'm bored, I'm ready to go back to work now, and I'm like, but I've not had the opportunity to be bored of my own company yet. Therefore, I don't feel like I've had that lockdown you've had. And like you said, social, a lot of people, friends are still, at that time when bubbles were not invented, but they were inputted into the system. Friends of mine were making bubbles with their own friends. But, my bubble, I couldn't go out. My family, my mum and dad, I did not see for easily 3 to at least 4 months nearly. Because my mum's looking after my grandma at the time, my granddad. They were popping in to see my dad's mum and dad as well. And with them being elderly, my dad's mum, Parkinson's, my late mum's mum, dementia, I believe. It was too risky for my mum and dad to see me or my brother. And obviously my brother's partner has issues with heart. So for them to mix with people, respiratory system, no go, couldn't see my brother. So it was very difficult for me to not see family. I couldn't really go see friends. I was literally just at home. And to not have work, I mean, work for me is not just a job, but I get to see you. I get to see Liam. I get to see, at the time, Jason. I get Jamie, Jimmy. It's just everyone.
Yeah.
And I consider myself, like with yourself, best friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see you anywhere other than the gym. So me coming to the gym is my social side with you. And when that was took from me, I'd lost contact with Philippe. I'd lost contact with Liam. I'd lost contact with Bally. I just lost contact with everyone, and it wasn't great for me. I literally felt like I was just at home, stuck here. Jess, although she might argue it, be like, yeah, I wasn't lucky to go to work. She was lucky to go to work. She saw different people. It was stressful times. She had a lot of crap to put up with at the hospital, but she got different environment, different people. So I felt a little bit jealous, to be honest, of her going to work and me being stuck at home. So when lockdown eased a bit and a couple of clients started coming back in, like I said, Joanna and Sam, 2 people I started training again through lockdown, the previous lockdown. It was nice to get back out there again, even though it was an hour here, hour there. It was just different people, conversation. What's the gossip, and that's what I missed in the first lockdown. A lot of people took advantage of and got bored of. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to I keep in my social side of things. I can talk to more people. I've got time to do my own thing. I can just just reset myself.
Yeah, we at the gym, I think we are very lucky that with the team we have, we can call almost everyone as friends. Yeah. And what astonishes me is that we all have this relationship of friendship, and we still are very professional between each other. We still, when we have to have a serious conversations, we do. And when I was growing up, a lot of people were all the time telling me that it was impossible. And I think the gym has taught us that is possible.
Yeah.
It's really, I think we are really lucky or having that workplace.
Oh, definitely. Sorry, I've just had, I think the postman flipping come. Why is everyone coming and everything happening as I'm on the phone? Yeah, sorry, mate. I'm in the middle of a conference call. Perfect. Yeah, awesome. Thank you, mate. Oh my God, Pub, get back in. No, back indoors, you bastards. Get back in, Casper. Name in Nora. Oh my God, I've stood in poo. Oh, you.
Charles, well, that's it, bro. I will let you go because I know.
I think that's. Can we start this again? So yeah, I'm really, really hating this lockdown. I'm standing in shit. And yeah, fuck it. I'm drinking beer at 11:30 in the morning. How's your chin?
Bro, thank you so much for spending this 45 minutes with me. And hopefully we will do it again with Liam when he's available.
Yeah, when he's not Tommy tanking.
See you soon, bro.
Much love.